Dominic Miranda, Eli Gann here. We have arrived in Oklahoma City in preparation for games 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals.
Media Day is ongoing, and we're going to hear from all your favorite Indiana Pacers coming up for you on 13 Sports.
And 5,000 Pacer fans are getting their hands on some free Pacers gear. Coming up, I have more about how you can get your hands on one of these bags. Live in Indy, you're watching 13 News.
Lots to get to, but you see this, all those colors on the screen. That means that rain is on its way. I'm Felicia Lawrence.
And I'm Anne-Marie in for Dustin today at 4 o'clock. We're also here with our meteorologist, Sean Ash, who is tracking this weather alert. That's a big green blob.
Yeah, long line of storms. I will tell you, depending on your location, this stuff won't get here for a long time. Different story in far western Indiana, but we don't want folks to get caught off guard with this stuff that's going to come in overnight tonight. So let's show you what we're detailing here. On the 1 to 5 scale in terms of severe potential, we're on the low end of this. Please know that. With that said, just enough ingredients that we could have a couple of funnels or a rotating thunderstorm. Actually have a confirmed tornado warning where the setup's a little bit better there near St. Louis. But in terms of immediacy, we got sunshine on the far eastern side of the state, lots of clouds, but very little rain action around the metro area. We don't expect much in the metro area, by the way, probably till after sunset. Different ball game far west Indiana, northwest Indiana. That puts Terre Haute, Lafayette in play. At 79, it's been cloudy most of the day in Lafayette. 87 with some sunshine peeking out there in Terre Haute. 81 here in Indy. 86 in Shelbyville. And this line, as it moves toward the east slowly, we'll have some juice to work with. The dew points are in the 60s here. So I want to show you how this is going to play out for us as we go through your evening. I mentioned that low chance, maybe just enough low cloud or cloud bases near the surface, just enough spin. It wouldn't shock us if we get a few funnel reports out of what's moving our way. A lot of it is just going to be downpours of rain and rumbles of thunder, and you can see this traffic backed up. You guys are going to talk more about why that's happening, but it's 81 here in Indy at this hour. Here's future track 13 as we get closer to midnight. That's when this storm axis will start to encounter us here in the metro area. And it will be stormy at times overnight tonight. I'll have more on that and storm chances ahead in your forecast in a few minutes.
Thanks a lot, Sean. And since we do have that rain in the forecast, you of course want to have your WTHR weather app. It puts live interactive radar in the palm of your hand. Plus, you can check in with our team anytime on the blog. And it's a free download in your app store.
Sean mentioned it with the traffic, that big backup on South Penn. And why? Well, happening right now, there is a major Pacers swag giveaway in downtown Indy. This is all to build up fan excitement ahead of Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
And aren't we excited? So the first of 5,000 cars at the drive-through gear grab outside of Gainbridge Fieldhouse will receive a gear bag.
Our Logan Gay is out there right now. And so, Logan, we can see from above that the traffic is really backed up. From your vantage point there, what's the line like, and how are people liking getting this free swag?
Oh my goodness, Aunt Felicia, this is a fine-tuned operation. I mean, if you want to see what 5,000 cars look like, just come on down here to Gainbridge. I mean, you can see the cars are lined up all the way down the streets. You see fans, they already have their windows down. They're ready to get these bags. They're so excited. Many of them, you can hear in the background, are saying, "Let's go Pacers." Now, let's talk about what's in these bags, because Aunt Felicia, you know I got mine. I don't play about free stuff. You know that. But in these bags are everything that you need to cheer the Pacers on, including sunglasses, t-shirt, a poster board, even a towel, everything that you need. And you know what? There is only one bag per car, so if you're going to be in line, just remember that. But there's more than enough stuff in these bags for everyone, and you have to be in a car to get one of these bags, don't forget. But again, take a look behind me. You can see this operation happening in real time. You can see that crews are handing these these bags out. You see a Pacemate right there, and you see all these bags on these tables. There's several tables. Now, it looks like a lot of bags, but let me tell you, it's going fast. So if you're planning to be out here, come on out. It's from 4 to 7, so make sure you make time for the traffic that's here. We'll be here. We would love to see you, but again, it's a great event. They're handing out some free gear, and the excitement in the city, I mean, what a way to get it started. And Felicia, check back in with me later.
Yeah, we can be all gold. Thanks so much, Logan. It is first come, first served, you know, as while supplies last, I guess is another way to say it. So though they do have it until 7, it could wrap up sooner. And if you want to head to the giveaway, we want to show you the traffic backup north and south of Gamebridge. It's right here in red right now.
Yes, where you're seeing red right there, it is going really slow. I don't want to say it's not moving, but it is going very slowly.
Yeah, so we have the biggest slowdown right now is on Pennsylvania South, but we also can see that Maryland and Washington Street getting over to that Pennsylvania are also slowed down at this hour. So if you are heading home or you have someone headed home, know that these the areas marked in red are a little bit unusual for this time of day because of this giveaway right now. We are counting down to game 1 of the NBA Finals. Yep, it's finally here. We're 24 hours away. The Pacers taking on the Thunder in OKC.
Yeah, 13 Sports' Dominic Miranda and Eli Gain are at the Paycom Center with a team reaction ahead of tomorrow's tip-off. Hey, fellas.
Hello and welcome to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's the site of games 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals, and that's where your sports team for Channel 13 is ahead of Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder, kicking us off for the NBA Finals. It's hard to believe, Eli, but we are here, and we're going to get a chance to hear from all the Indiana Pacers, but pretty crazy that they're here. I mean, you've been out there along the way. I mean, how about this?
Yeah, one of the best stories in this series, this finals, one of the best stories that we've had in a long time. They're the two best teams that have been in the NBA over the last few months. Pacers have not lost back-to-back games since March 10th, so they've been scorching hot. But of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder, #1 in the NBA all season long. 68 regular season wins and pretty good at home against Eastern Conference teams this year, a 29-1 record.
Wow.
This year.
I mean, right there, that says it all. You don't roll out of bed to 68 wins, folks. There's no doubt about it. The Pacers are going to have their hands full, like I mentioned. We're going to hear from all of your favorite Indiana Pacers players and, of course, head coach Rick Carlisle. Media Day is going on throughout the day, so we're going to bring you all the coverage at 5 and 6 here on 13 News, but I'm ready to rock. How about you?
Let's do it. Game
All right.
1 tomorrow night at 8:30.
All right, Eli Gain, I'm Dominic Miranda. We'll see you a little bit later on from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. See you then.
All right, the fellas taking OKC. Thank you so much. And investigators are trying to determine what caused a crash that injured 4 people, including 2 Noblesville police officers. Officials say an SUV with 1 person inside was traveling south on Fall Creek Parkway with a red light when it sideswiped a car and then hit another car. This happened around 9:45 last night near the entrance to the fairgrounds. Now, one of the 2 cars that got hit, it slid into the intersection where it hit 2 Noblesville PD marked cars. The officers were on duty and worked at a nearby graduation. The officers and the drivers of the SUV and one of the cars were injured.
Indiana now appears to have entered a new moratorium on state executions.
Governor Mike Braun says the state has used its supply of lethal injection drugs and does not plan to purchase more at this time. Rich Nye has covered the death penalty issue in this state for years. Rich is here tonight with the governor's comments and reaction.
Well, remember now, Indiana carried out 2 executions on 2 men in the past 6 months who were on death row for decades. Indiana had not executed anyone prior to that for 15 years. Then last year, the state said it acquired the drug pentobarbital and would resume executions. Joseph Corcoran was executed in December, then Benjamin Ritchie last month at the Indiana State Prison in Michigan City. Governor Mike Braun revealed this week that each lethal dose cost $300,000. The state apparently bought 3, used 2, and 1 has now expired. The governor says he's not buying any more for now.
We got to address a broad issue of what are other methods, the discussion of capital punishment in general, and then something that costs, I think, $300,000 a pop that has a 90-day shelf life. I'm not going to be for putting it on the shelf and then letting them expire.
It's the governor's prerogative to, to lead the way on a moratorium and at least get some answers before deciding to move forward on the next execution. He shouldn't be swayed by anyone who has a political agenda, who's trying to push him forward to resume a fruitless search for additional drugs.
Indiana still has 6 men on death row, and there are 3 pending capital punishment cases right here in central Indiana. And the other issue here is whether Indiana should consider any other forms of execution. So according to the Death Penalty Information Center, 19 men have been executed across the United States this year, most of those by lethal injection, like Indiana. But South Carolina is now using a firing squad. And in Alabama and Louisiana, they have started to use a nitrogen gas mask. So we'll have more on that at 5:30 and whether Indiana might consider other options. That's something the governor mentioned. If we're going to talk about capital punishment and how we go forward, how are we going to do this, or are we going to continue to do this?
Yeah, change the process or not. All right, Rich, coverage continues later tonight. Also, agro-terrorism weapon, what 2 Chinese nationals are now accused of smuggling here into the States.
Plus, what kicked off Cologne, Germany's biggest evacuation since World War II.
It's been hazy, been hot, been humid. It eventually will become stormy overnight tonight, part of a stormy pattern. How long it will last coming up in your forecast.